Hello parents. Today, as you have come to RVF, I want to speak to you from my heart. For many years, I have been observing that parents of such children often remain deeply unhappy and emotionally burdened. So the first thing we must do is not only work for the child, but also bring a smile back to the parents' faces. You may say, we will smile only when our child starts walking, running, eating properly, and all the problems go away. Yes, that is true. But remember one thing, pain is also a state of mind. So, for some time, let us try to think differently about our children. Instead of thinking that your child is only special or disabled, think that God has come into your home, and you are the priest serving that child. If you truly become a priest for your child, then won't you work for 6 to 8 hours every day with devotion? And if you work sincerely in the way we guide you, your child will gradually improve. And who will receive the credit for that improvement? The parents, you. Won't that make you happy, knowing that you yourself are doing something meaningful for your child? So from today, instead of thinking, my child is disabled, think, God has come into my home. Now think of another thing. Whenever you feel pain for your child, remember that there are millions of children around the world facing similar struggles. Then imagine how much pain I must feel seeing so many children suffer. How can you reduce my pain? By helping your own child improve. We have seen thousands and lakhs of children in India improve. Imagine this, you and your child can become role models for parents and children around the world. When other parents see your dedication, they too will work with their children in the same way. And if that happens, together we can reduce suffering in the world. And if we can reduce the pain of children around the world, imagine how much happiness you would have given me. Now you may ask, what does becoming a priest mean? It means working with your child for 6 to 8 hours every day. Then you may ask, but we are not doctors. How can we do this? Yes, you can, because here we will teach you, guide you, and train you. Then you will be able to work with your child yourself. Now think about the benefits. First, you do not have to keep traveling again and again, so travel expenses are saved. Second, when you carry your child to hospitals and hand the child over to unfamiliar doctors, do you know what the child feels? The child becomes unhappy, scared, and emotionally stressed. That is why many children start crying the moment they reach the hospital gate. If you keep taking your child repeatedly to hospitals, your time gets wasted, travel expenses increase, fees must be paid, and on top of that, your child cries. And when a child cries continuously and feels stressed, negative chemistry develops in the brain, which is not good for brain growth and development. That is why, instead of depending completely on hospitals, become a priest for your child. Learn from us and work with your child at home for 6 to 8 hours every day. This benefits the child, the parents, society, and ultimately the whole world. You may wonder, how can the whole world benefit if I work with my child? It is possible because mothers from Mumbai, Solapur, Kolhapur, Pune, Satara, and even from other countries can learn this method and help their own children too. Then imagine how many children can benefit. You may also think, why does Madam do this free of cost? Because we want to help as many people as possible. If we charged high fees, many parents might think, if we skip today, we can save money. And because of financial pressure, children may miss treatment. I believe no child should be deprived of treatment because of money. I do not do this because I think I am doing social work or charity. I never think that way. Who am I to claim I am serving others? God has given me this knowledge, and my responsibility is to share it and help your child improve. That is why I keep it free. Because if I charged money, maybe you would come once, twice, or even 20 times, but you would not continue for thousands of sessions over a long period. I want your child to come for a long time and improve completely. Now you may think, we are not doctors, and still you are telling parents to do the exercises. Let me give you an example. When you were in school, during PT periods you used to exercise, right? And when people go to yoga classes, they also do exercises, right? That means exercise itself is not something difficult. The only difference is that here the exercises are for your child's development. Think about how simple learning can be. When you went to school, you first learned ABCD. And now because you learned it, you can easily teach ABCD to someone else. In the same way, if our team teaches you these techniques, then as parents, with your love and patience, you can do them even better. Another very important benefit is that when parents themselves work with the child, a strong emotional bond develops. If you hand your child over to doctors all the time, the child feels fear and pain because the child does not understand that the doctor is trying to help. But when you stay at home and work lovingly with your child for 6 to 8 hours, your bond with your child becomes stronger. Today, when you go outside, maybe your child does not even react or bother. But as this bond develops, the child will begin to cry when you leave and say emotionally, "Take me with you." That means many faculties are developing in the child. Recognizing the mother, smiling when the mother comes home, crying when the mother leaves, emotionally connecting with the family. So when you do these exercises, there are multiple benefits because you can train many faculties together. Now you may ask, how can we work for 6 to 8 hours? It does not mean forcing the child to exercise continuously. For example, while you are cooking in the kitchen, make the child sit nearby on the floor or in a bean bag if sitting independently is difficult. The child will keep watching you and learning. Place vegetables like brinjal, onions, or potatoes on a table nearby. The child may try to reach for them. Even if the child cannot hold them properly, simply watching and trying is learning. This is extremely important because such daily activities help the brain develop naturally. When the child sees real vegetables, touches them, and explores them, the brain learns shapes, textures, colors, and sensations. For example, touching brinjal teaches the brain about a soft and silky texture. Touching a potato teaches about a rough texture. In this way, the child's brain keeps learning continuously through real-life experiences.